Hello friends, in last lecture we saw the factorization. We saw some examples how to factorize the given algebraic expressions. Over there we observed to factorize the algebraic expression. Definitely first of all we need to know that how to take common, as we need some identities, a plus b whole square, a minus b whole square minus b square. We also discussed a special type of factorization that we did by splitting the middle term. So in this lecture we will focus on this, that how to factorize the expression middle term. So let us start some examples based on that. Okay, so here I am giving the heading factorization by splitting the middle term. Splitting the middle term. Okay, we'll see some examples so that you can understand it in better way. Okay, so let us start some related to that, splitting the middle term. Okay, so what is the method behind this? So see, factorization by splitting the middle term. So if we have an expression like this, ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, that means first term should contain power 2, second term should contain power 1. I am talking about the power of the variable. Here x is the variable and a, b, c are the constants. For example, 2x square minus 5x plus 7. This is a polynomial, we will say quadratic polynomial having degree 2. Okay, so if we have this type of expression, then how to find its factor? For that we have this method, splitting the middle term. Now suppose instead of this I do write 2x square plus 7 minus 5x. Now when I say middle term, that does not mean the term which is in the middle. That means when we write the term in this form, that means in standard form. This is the standard form. Standard form, that means first term should be of power 2, second term should be in which variable, power of variable is 1, and third is the constant term. In that case, whatever is in the middle is called the middle term. Here 7 is not the middle term. Why? Because this particular expression is not written in the standard form. So this method we can apply. For that we have to take care two things. First of all, the given expression should be in the standard form as well as the coefficient of x square. Here a is the coefficient of x square, b is the coefficient of x, as well as this a or the first term must be positive. If two things are there, then it is possible to factorize it by splitting the middle term. So now we'll see some examples that how we have to factorize this and what is the meaning of splitting the middle term. See, splitting the middle terms means we have to make two parts. We have in two parts. Let us see one example. X square plus x minus 12. Okay, question is factorize the following. In this first one, x square minus plus x minus 12. Now two things that I told you we have to confirm, that whether it is in the standard form or not. Yes, it is in the standard form. Okay, first we have x square, then we have x, then we have the constant term. Second thing that we have to check, first term must be positive. Yes, here the first term is positive. Now we will come to the splitting the middle term. Here middle term is x. So we have to make two parts of x. That means we have to write x in such a way that there's either their sum or their difference is the middle term. For example, here at the place of x I can write 5x minus 4x, or 7x minus 6x, isn't it? There are so many ways, or 9x minus 8x. In all these ways I will get x. Then which one is correct? And there are infinite ways, isn't it? There are infinite ways to write x. Then how we will get to know that which one is correct? For that, what we have to do? For that, what we have to do? We have to find the factors of constant term, that is 12, multiplied by the coefficient of x square. Here coefficient of x square is 1. See, instead of this, if I do write 2x square plus 3x minus 4. So here constant term is 4 and coefficient of x square is 2. So first of all, we will find these two and then their factor. So here we will find the factors of 12 multiplied 1, that is 12. Constant term is 12, ignoring the minus sign, constant term is 12 and coefficient of x square is 1. So their product is 12. So now we will find the factors of 12, and factors of 12 are 2, 2, 3 and 1. Okay, so now next thing, using these factors we have to split the middle term. That means among these 4 factors we have to make the group of 2 such that either their sum or their difference must be the middle term. For example, if I take this 2 alone and these 3 together, so groups will be 2 and 6, isn't it? From here 2 and from here it is 6. Now do their sum gives you x, that means 1x. Here x means 1x. If you add these two, what you will get? 8. If you subtract these two, what you will get? Either plus 4 or minus 4. But what we need is 1, isn't it? That means this combination is incorrect. Okay, so let us think about another combination. Now instead of taking this alone and these 3 together, if I take these 2 together and these 2 together, I will get 4 and 3. Okay, now if you add them, what you will get? 7. But here we need 1. See, x means 1x. And if I subtract them, definitely I will get 1x, isn't it? 4 minus 3 is 1. So I do write 4x minus 3x to get x. Is it clear? Okay. Now one thing more, when you write this x square plus 4x minus 3x, then minus 12. Now before you proceed, there is one more check that you should perform before proceeding ahead. Their difference, that is 4x minus 3x, is definitely x. As well as do check their multiplication. Product of these two should be equal to the product of these two. If these two criteria are fulfilled, then we'll say definitely this method is, or this step is correct. Okay, so if you multiply 4x and minus 3x, what you will get? You will get minus 12x, isn't it? And over here you can also check that x square into minus 12, isn't it? X square minus 12 is equal to 12x. It means this combination is definitely correct. So I hope it's clear to you. Definitely we'll see some more questions based on this. However, this is the concept of class 8. Okay, still we'll revise over here. Now after this is a question that we already did. From these two, now you have to take something common, and that is very easy to take common, that is x. If I take x common, here I will get x plus 4. And from these two again you can take something common, that is minus 3. So here you will get x plus 4. Now from these two, definitely you can take x plus 4 common, leaving behind x minus 3. So these are the factors of the given expression. So whatever mind you have to apply, that is on second step. After that it is very easy to take common and it is as easy to find factors. So I hope this is clear to you. Okay, I will give you time to note it down, but let me explain you one more question. Okay, next I am taking x square plus 5x minus 14. X square plus 5x minus 14. So two things that we'll check before proceeding ahead. whether it is in standard form or not. Yes, it is in standard form. Second thing, what is the coefficient of first term? That means whether it is positive or negative. Yes, it is positive. That means it is perfect. It is in the standard form. Now next thing what we have to do, we have to find the split the middle term, and to split the middle term we need some factors, and that will find by multiplying the constant term and this. Here it is 1, here it is 14, so we have to find the factors of 14, that is 2 into 7 into 1. After that, now we have to make the groups of these factors, so that by adding them or by subtraction we do get the middle term. So there are only 3 factors, so it's very easy. If I take these two together, that is 14 and this alone 1. Now are you able to get 5 either by adding these two or by subtraction of these two? No. If we add them, we will get 15. If we will subtract them, so we will get either plus 13 or minus 13, isn't it? 14 minus 1 gives you 13. 1 minus 14 gives you minus 13. Definitely we are not getting 5, and we are in search of 5. That means this combination is incorrect. Now if I take this and this two together, so 2 and 7. Now do check whether their sum or difference is going to give you 5. Yes. Sum definitely no. 2 plus 7 is 9, but their difference definitely is going to give you 5. And if difference means either 2 minus 7 or 7 minus 2. So 2 minus 7 is minus 5, 7 minus 2 is 5, and we need positive 5, isn't it? Here it is plus 5. So this is the correct combination. That means instead of 5x, here I do write x square plus 7x minus 2x and minus 14. Okay, and as I told you, before you move ahead, do check whether the product of these two is the product of first and last or not. Yes, 7x minus 2x gives you minus 14x square, which is equal to x square into minus 14. So definitely it is correct. Now you can take x common, so here you will get x plus 7. Then you can take minus 2 common, so again here you will get x plus 7. Now from these two you can take x plus 7 common behind x minus 2. So these are the factors of the given expression. So I hope this is clear to you. So please note it down, then we'll see one or two more sums on the same concept. Okay, so let us see the next question. Okay, next question is x square minus 8x minus 9 x square minus 8x minus 9. Okay, so two things we can check directly. It is in standard form. First term is positive and terms are written in decreasing order of the power, x square then xn. So now next thing we have to find the factors of 9 multiplied by 1, that is 9 itself. Okay, and its factors are 3 into 3 into 1. So now we have to make two groups out of these such that their sum is minus 8. Okay, so if first group I take this 3 and this I take all together, so that is again 3. Definitely neither their addition nor their difference is going to give you 8. 3 plus 3 will be 6, 3 minus 3 will be 0. Okay, so this is incorrect combination. Now next, there is only one more possibility, that is this and this alone. So this gives you 9 and this gives you 1. Now their difference is definitely 8. Now 9 minus 1, 8, and 1 minus 9 is minus 8, and we need this. Okay, whenever I talk about difference, I have to check both the ways, a minus b as well as b minus a. Okay, first term minus second term or second minus first. So I need minus 8. So here I do write x square. Now 1 means 1x, so x, then minus 9x, sorry, positive 1x, negative minus 9x, minus 9, that's it. Okay, x minus 9x gives you minus 8x, and the second thing that I told you in previous two sums, that do check their product. Their product is x multiplied by minus 9x is minus 9x square. Here it is the same thing. That means we are on the right track. Now we'll take something common from these two, that is x. And when I take x common, I do get x plus 1 in bracket. From these two I can take minus 9 common, so x plus 1. That is x plus 1, x minus 9. Okay, the only thing that you have to work is over here. After that it is quite easy, because we already solved this type of sum. That means to take something common from first to fifth, then from next to, and then from next to. So I hope this is clear to you. Now let me take one more question over here. Question number 4th. X square minus 21x plus 90. X square minus 21x plus 90. So again, see, generally I gave you all the questions in which the terms are in standard form. Standard form, that means x square, then x, then constant, as well as the first term is positive. But still keep that habit to check, because you never know when you get the expression in a different order other than the standard order. So here the first two things are verified. Now next we'll find the factors of 90 multiplied by 1. See, every time why I am saying multiplied by 1, because again I want you make to habit to check the coefficient of x square, because after this we'll see questions in which the coefficient of x square won't be 1. It might be 2, it might be 3, and anything else. So you should have habit before finding the factors to multiply the constant term and the coefficient of x square. So here it is 90. So find the factors of 90. 2, then here 45, then 3 over here 15, then 3 over here 5, then 5 over here it is 1. So factors of 90 are 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 1. Now there are little bit more numbers, so there are more combinations are possible. Our target is to get minus 21. Okay. Now if I take this and these three together, so all these three in one group, so this will give 2 comma 45. It is absolutely wrong, because neither their difference nor their sum is going to give you 21. Now suppose I take this 2 and 5 together, that makes 10, and the remaining these 2 3s together, that is 9. So again it is wrong, because again neither their sum nor their difference is going to give you 21. Now what? Now let us take the first two in a one group and the remaining three in the next group. That means this gives you 6 and this gives you 15. 2 into 3 6, 3 into 5 into 1 is 15. Now do check whether their sum or the product is 21 or not. Yes, definitely their sum is 21. Now when I say sum, it means either this or this. This is also sum and this is also sum. And what we need, minus, not 15, here it should be 21 with negative sign. We need 21 with negative sign. That means both terms we have to take with minus sign. X square minus 6x minus 15x plus 90. Okay, before I proceed, let me tell you one more thing. See, here I wrote minus 6x minus 15x. At the place of this, if I write minus 15x, then minus 6x, then again it is correct. Here you can change the order, keeping the sign in your mind. Here again, instead of x minus 9x, I can write minus 9x plus x. Okay, I can change the position, but not the sign. Okay. Now, next thing what? Here I do check whether the product of these two is equal to the product of first and last or not. So minus 6x multiplied by minus 15x is equal to positive 90 x square, and over here 90 into x square, 90 multiplied by x square is 90x square, isn't it? That means product of these two is the product of first and last. It means we are on right track. We are moving absolutely in right direction. Now next thing is to take common. What we can take common from first two, but obvious it is x, isn't it? If I take x common, here I do get x minus 6. From these two, what I can take common? 15. Again x minus 6. Isn't it? Minus 15x plus 90. You can recheck as well. If you take minus 15 common, and here I am writing x minus 6. Okay, let me tell you one more thing over here. Sometime it happens that we'll easily get the common in first two, but we are finding difficulty to find common in next two. For that, what you can do, if you observe all these questions, you must observe that whatever we take common, after taking common, what we will get in the bracket is the same that we got in our first bracket, isn't it? Here in the first bracket we have x plus 1, and in the second bracket again we have x plus 1. That means if you are getting confused what to take common, then do write whatever you have in the first bracket, x minus 6. Now go in the reverse direction. Think over that by what number you should multiply x to get minus 15x. Okay, what should we multiply in x to get minus 15x? So your answer will be minus 15, definitely. Do write over here. Now if you want to cross check, multiply these and do check whether you are getting this term or not. Minus 15 into x, minus 15x, minus 15 into minus 6, plus 90, isn't it? Minus minus plus 15 6 are 90. Now from these two I can take x minus 6 common, and x minus 6 I will left in next bracket. So this is the factors of the given expression. So please note it down. Okay, now let us see the next question. X square plus 19x minus 150. Okay, fifth one, x square minus 19x plus 150. Okay, so plus 19x, make it plus 19x minus 50. Okay, so I am giving you 1 minute, think over this, then I will give you its solution. Two things I am making you sure that it is in standard form with the first term positive. Now next what you have to do, you have to find the factors of 150 multiplied by 1 and then try to get the factors and try to get the groups so that their sum or difference is positive 19x. Okay, let us see how to solve this. So here first of all I do find the factors of 150. Okay, so 2 over here it is 75, then 3, 25, 5, 5, 5, 1. Okay, so factors of 150 are 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 1. Okay, so now we have to split, or we have to make groups such that we'll get 9. So if I take these two together, that is 6 and this 15, sorry 25 not 15. So is there difference or product is sorry subtraction is 19? Yes, definitely. If I do this I will get minus 19, or if I do this I will get positive 19. What I need? This. So here simply I do write x square plus 25x minus 6x minus 150 is equal to 0, not x equal to 0. Okay, now from these two I can take x common, so here I do get x plus 25. From here I can take minus 6 common, so again here I do get x plus 25. Okay, minus 6x, if I multiply, just I want to confirm, see I wrote this x plus 25 just by seeing over here. Okay, now I want to confirm whether this product is this or not. So minus 6 into x minus 6x minus 6 into 25 minus 150. Okay, from these two I will take x plus 25 common, so here x minus 6. Okay, x plus 25 common, so x minus 6. So these are the factors of the given expression. Now let us take one more question and then we'll do the questions in which we'll find the coefficient of x square other than unity or other than 1. So next I am taking x square plus 5x minus 84. X square plus 5x minus 84. Okay, so again I am giving you some time to think over this and then I will give its solution. Okay, so coefficient of first term is positive, it is in standard form. Find the factors of 84, 2, here it is 42, then 2, so 21, then 3, 7, 7, 1. So factors of 84 are 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 1. I need 5, so I have to make groups so that I'll get 5. So if I take these two together and these three all together, remaining all together. So here it is 4 and here I will get 21. Definitely their difference is not 5. Okay, so let us think about another combination. Suppose I take these 3. So 12 and these 2, 7, 1. Yes. Now 12 minus 7 is 5, isn't it? If I take 12, their difference is 5 and 12 minus 7 is 5. 7 minus 12 is minus 5. I need the positive one. So I will go with this 12 minus 7. So here I do write x square plus 12x minus 7x minus 84. See, over here I forgot to make you remind that multiply these two to check whether their product is the product of first and last or not. Here you can check 12 into 7 minus 84. 12x minus 7x is minus 84x square, which is actually equal to the product of first and last. Now from these two I can take x common, so here x plus 12. From these two I can take minus 7 common, so definitely here should be x plus 12. You can verify yourself by multiplying these two. Minus 7 into x, minus 7x. Minus 7 into 12, minus 84. Okay, so these are the factors. Now it is almost done. From these two I will take x plus 12 common, so I will left with x minus 7. So these are the factors of this expression. So please note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, now we'll come to the next category. So in that very first question is 6x square plus 7x plus 2. See, almost everything is same. Only one thing that the coefficient of the first term won't be unity, won't be 1. Otherwise everything is going to be same. So 7 is 6x square plus 7x plus 2. Okay, plus 7x plus 2. So two things are okay, that means this is in the standard form and the first term is the positive. Now here we will find the factors of constant term, that is 2 multiplied by 6, that is 12. So factors of 12 are 2 into 2 into 3 into 1. These are the factors of the 12. Now we have to arrange them in such a way, we have to make two groups out of these four factors such that their sum is positive 7. So if I take this and these remaining in different groups, so 2 and 6, definitely their sum is 8, their difference is either 4 or minus 4, so that won't work. Okay, so I have to think about any other combination, isn't it? So let us take these two together and remaining two together. So 4 and 3. Now definitely 4 plus 3 is 7. So we can apply, we can take these two. Okay, so I am giving you some time after this how to do it yourself. Then I will give you its solution. 6x square plus 4x plus 3x plus 2. Okay, so now we'll take common from first two. From first two, other than x, you can also take 2 as common. So I'll take 2x common. So here I do get 3x plus 2, isn't it? 3 to the 6, x square plus 4x. Now from these two, first I wrote whatever was in the first bracket. Now I do check what should I multiply in 3x to get 3x. Answer is 1, but obvious. So here, now from these two I can take 3x plus 2 common in first bracket and 2x plus 1 in second bracket I will left. So I hope this is clear to you. This was almost same as the previous questions. The only difference I told you that up till we solve the questions in which the coefficient of x square was 1, here it is 6. That is the only difference. So let us take one more example. 9x square plus 18x. Okay, 9x square plus 18x plus 8 plus 8. 9x square plus 18x plus 8. Okay, so over here definitely it is in the standard form, as well as its first term is positive. So now to factorize it, we have to split the middle term. To split the middle term, we have to find the factors of constant term multiplied by the coefficient of x square, that is 9. So 8 multiplied by 9. Okay, so actually I have to find the factors of 72. It is not very difficult to find the factors of 72, but I have a better way. Instead of finding the factors of 72, it's quite easier to find the factors of these two separately, isn't it? First I multiply, then I find factors, so it's quite better or quite easier to find the factors of 8 and 9 separately. So factors of 8 are 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2, and factors of 9 are 3 multiplied by 3. And 1 we always do right, because 1 is the factor of all numbers, isn't it? So this will save your time. This will save your time first in multiplication, then it will save your time to find the factors, because factors of a smaller number can be obtained will take little bit less time. Okay, so now these are the factors. We have to arrange them. We have to make two groups out of these 6 factors such that we'll get sum as 18. So let us see. If I take these two together 4 and these all, so this gives you 18. Now 18 plus 4 is going to be 22. 18 minus 4 is going to be 14. That means we won't get 18. So this is the incorrect combination. So let us take these 3 and these 3. Here it will be 8, here it will be 9. Again their sum is going to be 17, their difference is going to be 1. So again this is not the correct combination. Now if I take these 3 in a group and the remaining these 2 are, or this much are in the another group. So this gives you 12 and this gives you 6. Yes, now it is correct. 12 plus 6, 18, definitely. 12 minus 6, it is not useful for us. 12 plus 6 is 18. So we got the correct combination. Okay, so here I do write 9x square, then I do write 12x, then plus 6x, then plus 8. Now I'll try to get common from first two, then from next two. So from first two it is very easy to get common, that is 3x. So here I will get 3x plus 4, isn't it? 3x into 3x is 9x square. See, if you have any doubt that whether you took the correct quantity as a common or not, just multiply to check. 3x into 3x, 9x square. 3x into 4, it is 12x, it is okay. Now from these two what I can take common? 2, only 2. So 3x plus 4. Okay. You can again check over here, 2 into 3 that is 6x, and 2 into 4, that is 8. So now what common we can take from these two terms? This is the first term, this is the second term. From these two we can take common 3x plus 4. And what we left with 3x plus 2. Isn't it? If I take this, if I hide this, I will get 3x. Similarly over here 2. So these are the factors of the given expression. So please note it down. Okay, now let us see the next question. 2x square plus 11x minus 21. Two x square plus 11x minus 21 plus 11x minus 21. Okay, so we have to find the factors of this. Very first two things, it is in standard form. First term is positive. Now we do find the factors of, as I told you, 21 multiplied by 2. But I also advise you that it's better to multiply it's better to find the factors, their factors separately instead of multiplying and then finding factors. So here factors of 21 are 3 into 7 and factors of 2 are 2 and 1. So if I write in order, I will get these factors. Okay, now I need 11. So if I take this 2 and these 3 in a separate group, so here I do get 2 and here I do get 21. So 21 plus 2 will be 23, 21 minus 2 will be 19. That means I won't get 11. So this is incorrect combination. Now if I take first two together and remaining two together, so here I will get 6, here I will get 7. Now 6 plus 7 gives you 13. 6 minus 7 gives you minus 1, which is not same as the middle term. That means this is again incorrect combination. Now only one combination left, that if I take this 7 and 2 together, first and these two, that gives me 14 and this 3 alone. Now their difference is 11, isn't it? 14 minus 3 is 11. And one thing more, I need positive. That means among these two, when I talk about difference, we have to consider both the things, a minus b and b minus a. But we need positive 11. That means this is the correct combination. 14 minus 3 plus 14 minus 13 minus 3. So here I do write 2x square plus 14x minus 3x minus 21. Now, okay, again, do check whether the product of these two is the product of first and last or not. So here I have 14x and minus 3x. Their product is minus 42x square. Okay, now multiply the first one and the last one, that is 2x square and minus 21, that is minus 42 x square. So their product is same. Okay, as well as their sum is this, it means we are on the right track. Now next thing is to we take common. So from these two, what I can take common? 2 as well as x. So when I take 2x common, here I do get x and here I do get 7 plus 7. From these two I can take minus 3 common, and when I take minus 3 common, here I get x, here I get 7. Isn't it? Minus 3 into x, minus 3x, minus 3 into 7, minus 21. Now from these two I can take x plus 7 common. So here I do get 2x minus 3. So these are the factors of the given expression. Okay, now let us take one more and then I will give you time to note them down. Tenth one. 5x square plus 16x plus 3. Okay, 5x square plus 16x plus 3. Okay, so again two things are verified, that is, this is in standard form. First term is positive. Next we will find the factors of 5 multiplied by 3. So if you multiply them, you will get 15. So as I also told you, see their numbers are very smaller, you can multiply, but even without multiplying we can find the factors of the product of this by finding the factors separately, and factors of 5 are 5 itself and 1, factors of 3 are 3 and 1 itself. So I can say over here actually these are the factors, isn't it? 5, 3 and 1, and whenever you get the less factors it is very easy to find the combination. So now let us take this in the first group and these two in the second group. So 5 comma 3. But obvious, neither their sum nor their difference is going to give you 16. So this is incorrect combination. Now only one combination is left, that I take these two in one group and this in another group, that is 15 and 1. Now what their sum will be? 16. What we need? 16. That's it. So we'll go with this. So here I do write 5x square plus 15x plus x. See, when 1 is there I won't write 1x, I do write x plus 3. Now from these two I can take 5x common, and when I take 5x common I do get x plus 3, isn't it? 5x into x, 5x square. 5x into 3 is 15x. Now from these two I'll take 1 common, so that I'll get x plus 3 in the bracket. One more thing, as I told you earlier, if you are not able to find what should be take common, do write whatever is in the first bracket and then check what should multiply in x to get this. Okay, now from these two, this has x plus 3, this also contains x plus 3. So if I take this x plus 3 common, here I do get 5x plus 1. So these are the factors of the given algebraic expression. So please note down these two and then we will see the next question. Okay, next is 3x square plus 7x plus 4. 3x square plus 7x plus 4. Okay, so again you have to follow the same thing. It is in the standard form. First term is the positive. So next we will find the factors of 3 multiplied by 4. That is 3 into 4 in, sorry, 3 multiplied by 4. Factors of 3 are 3 and factors of 4 are 2 into 2, and 1 we keep always. Okay, so now we have to make the group so that middle term becomes 7. So if I take these two together, so that gives me 6, and these two together, that gives me 2. Okay, so this, their sum will be 8, their difference will be 4, but we need 7. That means this is the incorrect combination. Okay, factors were 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 1. Now if I take these two together and these two together, so this gives me 4, this gives me 3. Okay, now 4 and 3, definitely you can see their sum is 7. So, and also it is positive sum, so here I do write 3x square plus 4x plus 3x plus 4. Okay, now some of you might think if we write 3x over here and 4x over here, then it will be easy to take common. Yes, definitely that will be easy to take common, but ultimately your answer will be same. So that you do by your own. I am solving according to this arrangement only. So from these two I can take x common, so here I do get 3x and here I do get plus 4, and from these two I can take 1 common, so 3x plus 4. And now ultimately from these two 3x plus 4 can be taken common, and here I do get x plus 1. Okay, I hope it is clear to you. Now let us see one more sum, 12th. Okay, so next is okay, next question is 21x square minus 29x minus 10. 21x square minus 29x minus 10. So in this question I will give you some time, because so many questions I solve for you. So I want you that you try it by your own, otherwise definitely I am going to give you the solution of this question. So think for a while. Okay, so factors of, okay, first two things I hope you verified, that is it is standard form and the first term is positive. So factors of 21 multiplied by 10. Definitely you can multiply and then find factors, but it will waste your time. It's better to find the factors separately of 21, that is 3 into 7, and of 10, that is 2 into 5. Then do write them in this arrangement. However, that is not also required, but we always do write factors in increasing order. Now we have to find two groups out of these, so that we'll get difference or the sum as 29. So if I take this and these three in a single group, or these four in a single group, 2 and 15 multiplied by 7, 105. Okay, definitely it is not possible. There neither their sum nor their difference is minus 29. So let it be like that. Now if I take these two together, that is 10, and this 3 and these two together, that is 21. Again this is incorrect combination, because their difference is either 11 or minus 11, and the sum is 21. Now if I take this one and the last one together, that is 14 and 3 and 5. So yes, 14 plus 15, isn't it? 2 into 7 is 14, 3 into 5 is 15, 14 and 15 is 29, isn't it? Their sum gives you 29. So here I do write 21x square minus 14x minus 15x minus 10. Okay. Now as I told you that do check whether the product of these two is the product of first and last. That means we have to check minus 14x multiplied by minus 15x is equal to 21x square multiplied by minus 10 or not. These two results must be same. So definitely we have to check by multiplying, but over here, even though without multiplying, I can say they are not equal. Why they are not equal? Because here if you multiply two negative terms, definitely your answer will be positive, and over here answer will be negative. Even though their magnitudes, that means numeric values are same, they are not equal, isn't it? It means this combination is also incorrect. Even though we got over here minus 29 by taking 2, 7 and 3, 5, still this combination is incorrect, because this is not being matched. One thing more, suppose you forgot to check this thing over here. Without checking, if you start taking common, then also you will get to know that this combination is incorrect. See how? From these two you can take 7x common, isn't it? So here you will get 3x minus 2. Now over here, if you write 3x minus 2, here it should be minus 5. Now minus 5 into 3x, that is minus 15x, that is okay. But minus 5 into minus 2 should be 10. That means if here it is plus 10, then and only this combination is going to be correct. In other words, it is not possible to take minus 5 common from these two, or if you take minus 5 common from these two, here you will get 3x plus 2. And now here it is 3x plus 2, here we have 3x minus 2. It means now we do not have any common term, so it is not possible to factorize it further, and that happens because we took incorrect combination, isn't it? It means now we have to think again of a group which gives this thing correct. Okay, now if I take these two together, 2 into 3, 6, and 5 into 7, 35. Yes, their difference is 29, isn't it? 35 minus 6 is 29, or 6 minus 35 is 29, and we need minus 29. See, if I do this, I will get minus 29. If I do this, I will get plus 29. This is correct one. That means I will take 6 and minus 35 as the terms. So here I do write 21x square, then plus 6x minus 35x minus 10. Okay, 21x square plus 6x minus 35x minus 10. Now over here, if you want to check the product of these two is equal to the product of these two or not, you can see 6x minus 35x. Okay, this is equal to 6 into 35 if you do. So 210 x square with negative sign. And over here when you multiply this 21x square with minus 10, again you will get minus 210 x square. Isn't it? It means this combination is absolutely correct. Now after this there is nothing left in this. From these two I can take 3 common, actually 3x common, so here I do get 7x plus 2. And from these two I can take minus 5 common, so I will get 7x plus 2. You can reverse check, minus 5 into 7x minus 35x, minus 5 into 2 minus 10. So here I got my final answer, 7x plus 2, 3x minus 5. So these are the factors of the given expression. So please note it down. Okay, so this is the homework for this lecture. Please note it down. Okay, so that is all about this lecture. Now we'll meet in next lecture. Till then, bye. Thank you.